and that is the arrest of Delhi's Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal. Following the arrest of the Delhi CM by the Enforcement Directorate, hectic political developments have unfolded throughout the day. The Delhi Chief Minister has withdrawn his petition in the Supreme Court against his arrest by the Enforcement Directorate, who has submitted before the Rouse Avenue Court that the Chief Minister was directly involved in the formation of the excise policy. The ED has sought 10-day custody of Arvind Kejriwal. The hearing is currently underway as we speak. Now, Kejriwal's blood pressure also dropped during the hearing, and he has been taken out of the court as of now for a brief period. On his way out, Kejriwal's first reaction to his arrest was also caught on camera. He said that his life is dedicated to the nation. Listen in to what the arrested Delhi CM has to say.
मेरे जीवन देश के लिए समर्पित है और चाहे अंदर हो या बाहर। मेरे जीवन देश के लिए समर्पित है और चाहे अंदर हो या बाहर।
गिरफ्तारियां होती रही हैं राजनीति के अंदर। अंग्रेज़ों के ज़माने में भी गिरफ्तारियां हुआ करती थी, मगर जिस मानवीयता का अंग्रेज़ भी ध्यान रखते थे, सब देशों के अंदर जो न्यूनतम मानवीय मूल्य हैं, मिनिमम ह्यूमैनिटी है, उसका भी ध्यान नहीं रखा जा रहा।
Mr. Kejriwal, people are going to jail, and if you are corrupt, people will continue to go to jail. अगर आप भ्रष्ट हैं तो आप जेल जाएंगे। अब की रीत अलग है, अब की नीत अलग है।
ये भारत के लोकतंत्र के इतिहास में पहली बार हुआ है कि लोकसभा की चुनाव की घोषणा के बाद एक नेशनल पार्टी के नेशनल कन्वीनर को गिरफ्तार किया गया है। ये बिल्कुल साफ है कि अरविंद केजरीवाल जी की गिरफ्तारी भारतीय जनता पार्टी की एक राजनीतिक साजिश है। एक ऐसे केस में गिरफ्तार करना जहां पर आज तक ईडी कोर्ट्स के सामने कोई भी सबूत नहीं रख पाई है, सिर्फ और सिर्फ ये दिखाता है कि ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी का डर है, ये प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी का डर है।
मैं आतिशी जी से, गोपाल राय जी से और आम आदमी पार्टी से पूछना चाहता हूं, क्या कोर्ट लोकतंत्र को खत्म करना चाह रहा है? क्या कोर्ट विद्वेष की भावना से आपके खिलाफ कार्रवाई कर रहा है? सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने मनीष सिसोदिया की बेल खारिज की थी ना? सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने 338 करोड़ का मनी ट्रेल है ये कहा था ना? संजय सिंह को हाई कोर्ट ने बेल रिजेक्ट की है ना? विजय नायर आपके साथी 1 साल से अधिक जेल में हैं, तो क्या उनको भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने रखा है या कोर्ट ने रखा है?
इसका चुनाव से कोई लेना देना नहीं है। ये पूरी की पूरी परिस्थिति माननीय मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने स्वयं खड़ी करी।
जो भ्रष्टाचार में लिप्त है, जो सुप्रीम कोर्ट में रंगे हाथी पकड़ी गई है, जिसने एक्सटॉर्शन करी है, उस पार्टी के लीडरों ने ईमानदार लीडर को गिरफ्तार कर लिया है। पहले भी हमारे उन्होंने मंत्री दो मंत्री गिरफ्तार कर रखे हैं। बिल्कुल संभाल पाएगी। एक अरविंद केजरीवाल को अंदर कर देंगे, उसकी सोच को कैसे करेंगे?
All right, for more details, in fact, we have our correspondent Anvit Srivastav, who's currently stationed outside the Rouse Avenue Court. Also, Anshul Singh, he's currently at the ED office. Let's quickly go across to Anvit first. Anvit, as we speak, we all know that the proceedings are currently underway. Of course, we've seen how the ED has built this case where they have alleged that it is Arvind Kejriwal who is the key conspirator. But having said that, how much now rests upon, the ED to justify those charges, those claims with the need for proper evidence, something that is also being questioned by Abhishek Manu Singhvi when he questioned the need for arrest?
See, ASG Raju, while arguing in the court, he made certain points clear before the court that 100 crore kickback was received via middleman Vijay Nair, and he also said that out of that 100 crores, 45 crores were used in Goa elections. He has also gone on to say that Vijay Nair was given a house adjacent to Arvind Kejriwal's official residence so that easy meetings could happen, and Vijay Nair had been part of several meetings that had taken place at Arvind Kejriwal's house when the policy was being framed. That now stands scrapped. But in the counter argument arguments, Manu Singhvi said that there is no direct evidence against Kejriwal. He also went on to appeal to the court that it must be seen as the remand not as a routine, and it requires application of significant judicial mind. In fact, Singhvi went on to say that there are larger issues of democracy involved, so that should also be kept in mind. But when Singhvi concluded, Advocate Vikram Chaudhary, who is also appearing for Kejriwal, he began his argument and he said that it was him who had replied to all the 9 summons that had been sent to Kejriwal till yesterday. And in fact, he has also said that in the counter arguments, S.G. Raju went on to say that this is a remand hearing, and therefore summons should not be challenged here because ED is seeking remand. But when we come to that argument of ED is when they are seeking 10 days of remand. See, there are multiple factors that ED is looking at currently. The money trail is important in this case, and all the people who have previously been arrested, be it Sisodia's Secretary C. Arvind or Mahindru or Vijay Nair, all those people who have been arrested, they have all disposed before. They have all said in their statements, and they have taken name of Kejriwal and Sisodia. Many of the meetings also happened at Kejriwal's house. That has also been said by them. So to corroborate all those statements and to confront them with the South lobby. K. Kavita was recently arrested. She is a key member of the South lobby that had allegedly paid off 100 crore kickbacks to Aam Aadmi Party, of which the ASG Raju today mentioned again in the court that 45 crores was used in Goa elections. So that also needs to be corroborated, and scientific evidence and physical evidences need to be collected to corroborate it so that watertight case can be built. That can be taken to conviction.
And that is why I'd like to take that conversation forward with Arunima as well. Arunima, Abhishek Manu Singhvi he's in fact alluded to section 19 of the PMLA, where he's saying that for remand you need to satisfy that draconian statute of section 19 of the PMLA. Will the ED be able to do so is the question that we are being posed by right now.
What Abhishek Manu Singhvi is arguing is that there was no need to take Arvind Kejriwal into custody. The Enforcement Directorate already had the basic evidence that is required for them to prove their case. They only wanted to prove the money trail. For that, they could have sent a questionnaire as per Mr. Singhvi, or requested questioning without taking Arvind Kejriwal into custody. But what Arvind Kejriwal's defense team is not answering is that if 9 times ED served summons and 9 times Kejriwal refused to respond to that, what other way was left for the ED? High Court also yesterday did not intervene, did not give any relief to Arvind Kejriwal, and therefore ED is perfectly in the right side of the law in going ahead and arresting Arvind Kejriwal. That's what the prosecution is arguing, negating what Abhishek Manu Singhvi is trying to prove.
But Arunima, it's also the right to remain silent, which has been quoted as a fundamental right for all those who are in fact negating or questioning this arrest. Something that also senior lawyers have brought up, saying that this is a right that is also granted in the Constitution, that when an arrest is being made, you have the right to remain silent. What is the ED's argument?
The way the Prevention of Money Laundering Act is, the burden of proof has been put on the accused. In any other criminal law in the country, you are innocent till proven guilty. But under PMLA, you will have to prove that you are not guilty. Otherwise, the Enforcement Directorate will presume your guilt. So that's our first difficulty that most people who are arrested under PMLA face. Secondly, the right to keep quiet. What is Abhishek Manu Singhvi saying? He's saying that all of these charges that ED is making against Arvind Kejriwal is on the basis of statements made by people. And Singhvi, they are saying that how were these statements extracted? You arrested a person and you denied him bail. You contested the bail applications when they moved court, forcing them to stay in custody for long periods and thereby coercing them into naming Arvind Kejriwal. So it's not as if they deliberately wanted to say that Kejriwal has been part of the conspiracy.
All right, Arunima, I'm so sorry.